Hello, I'm Dan Crittenbrink, the American Ambassador to Vietnam. We all know that COVID-19 is having an enormous impact on millions of people, on economies, and on societies everywhere, including here in Vietnam. Today, I simply want to say thank you to all of the people in Vietnam working on the front lines of this fight. Your work is saving lives. I also want to commend the government of Vietnam, which has done an outstanding job in its response to COVID-19 and continues to be proactive, cooperative, and transparent. The United States is here to support Vietnam in this fight. Since the very beginning of this crisis, our robust health team, both here at the Embassy in Hanoi and at the Consulate General in Ho Chi Minh City, has been collaborating with the government of Vietnam to monitor and respond to the evolving COVID-19 situation. The United States has invested more than $706 million over the past 20 years in health assistance in Vietnam and has provided substantial technical and financial support over the last decade to prevent, detect, and respond to emerging and serious infectious diseases. That work continues as we speak and has helped establish connections between American and Vietnamese health professionals that are instrumental as we fight this epidemic together. We will continue this important work as the COVID-19 crisis continues and even after it is resolved. There's another way that we are trying to contribute to the fight against COVID-19 in Vietnam. All of my U.S. mission colleagues and I are working from home absolutely as much as we can in accordance with guidance from both the Vietnamese government and the U.S. Centers for Disease Control. It is just one way that we are doing our part to slow the spread of COVID-19 here. I know this is a challenging time. As strong partners, the United States and Vietnam will get through this together. I hope that each of you and your families stay safe and healthy. Partners stand together, and we stand together with Vietnam in this fight. Thank you.
In the last few weeks, we've helped hundreds of British nationals who were visiting Vietnam and who got into difficulties because of the coronavirus. Many of them have returned safely to the UK.
For those of you long-term residents and others with work or family networks who have decided to stay in Vietnam for the foreseeable future, Gareth and I will share with you a few tips to keep you and those around you safe.
The Vietnamese authorities recently introduced several new regulations to contain the spread of coronavirus in the country, especially in the big cities like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City.
As non-essential businesses and shops are now temporarily closed, locals and expatriates alike also play a vital role in stopping this outbreak.
Social distancing is what we must all do, but what does that mean? In Hanoi, where I'm based, the number of people out on the streets has reduced significantly. You should stay at home as much as possible, and if you need to go outside, always wear a mask. Aim to keep a minimum distance of 2 meters from people outside your household.
It's quite similar here in Ho Chi Minh City. The city authorities are requesting people to avoid social gatherings, but if absolutely necessary, must not have more than 10 people in a group outside the workplace, school, or hospital. Advice on masks is also strict, so please don't get caught out. Make sure you always have a mask with you as you leave home.
You should also be aware that anyone suspected to have come into contact with coronavirus could be quarantined. Vietnamese quarantine centres are safe but basic, and most do not meet Public Health England standards.
The Vietnamese government has confirmed that it will cover all quarantine costs, but foreign nationals will be personally responsible for paying for any coronavirus hospital treatment costs and hotel costs from periods of self-isolation.
These restrictions are carried out to ensure public health and safety in Vietnam, and we urge you to comply with local laws and customs to avoid getting fined or punished. We're very fortunate to live and work in Vietnam. We should not expect to be treated differently from local people. So please respect the law, respect Vietnamese cultural norms, and show that you're playing your part in helping to tackle this global pandemic.
Please stay subscribed to our travel advice, details are shown below, and follow our social media to not miss any important updates.
We understand that this is a very challenging time for everybody. So my advice is stay at home except for essential activities.
And please do reach out to us whenever you need support. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your attention.